All hail the pink mist and pass the ammunition. This is Terminal Sergeant. All right, so today we're going to talk about, uh, cancer, but we're really going to discuss the first time and how it went down with radiation and chemo. So when they radiated me, like it got to the point where my throat, for the first 2 weeks, I felt nothing, right? 14 days in. And so I asked my doctor, I said, hey, doc, when's this supposed to start to hurt? And he said, about 4 days ago. And I was like, well, shit, maybe I'll get lucky and I won't get any pain all the way through, right? And the doctor was like, nobody's ever made it through with no pain. But then again, I'm legend, so you never know. So, anyways, we go ahead and we do the radiation shit. And on day 16, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it hurt. It hurt so bad, I was eating a cheeseburger and I had tears welling up in my eyes as I was trying to swallow it. It was crazy. So, and then after that, there was also like the chemo part of it, where chemo like compacts you into a box, like I said last time, like inside yourself, and it just kept crushing me and crushing me, and it made me so weak that I could barely get out of bed. I couldn't even roll over in bed. I couldn't anything. I was so wasted. But also the other thing that goes with it is delirium. But I got to a point where if somebody like I was just so low, I was so compacted, I was so, and also like as I'm going through cancer, I'm going through a divorce, right? And I'll tell you about that some other time. Right now we're focusing on this, yeah. So, anyways, I got to a point where I was so weak that I was like, man, if somebody came in right now and loaded a Beretta and put it to my head, and all I had to do was press the trigger, I'd fucking do it. But I don't have the strength. And then out of nowhere, a voice in my head said, fuck that. Right? And I was like, dude, if you're gonna die, but you're still alive, how about another dose? Right? Let's see how bad it can really get. Let's see. Because you can hurt me. You can starve me. You can shoot at me. You can electrocute me. You can rocket at me. You can missile at me. You can give me cancer. And you can fight me inside of me. But you know what? You can't fucking kill me. So I got to a point where it's just like, yeah. And so every day after that, I started to feel better. I started to feel better because I was like, you know what? I'm not giving into this. This is not going to be the end of me. I'm not doing it. Right. But at the same time, I'm dealing with delirium where I don't know if things are real or not. Right. And then there's also times where I know things are fake. I know it's not happening, but I can't stop myself from fucking replying to it. Right. So there's a lot of funny stories that go along with that. Like one of them is I was talking to my current she's my ex-wife, but at the time she was my wife, and I was talking to her, and I was like, "Hey, hold on a second. Everybody in my room is being ridiculous," and I was like, "Could you guys shut the fuck up? I'm on the phone." Because it turns out I lived in a barracks room all by myself, right? So there was nobody there. And I knew they weren't there. But at the same time, I couldn't hear her because of the laughter going on with these jokers, right? Yeah, that happened. And yeah, I'm also endorsing Red Bull. This is one of my favorite drinks in the whole wide world. I drink one of these every day. My breakfast consists of 21 different types of medication. So you can imagine how many pills that is. It's so many pills that in this paw, look at the size of that hand. I can't fit all my meds. So what I do is I pour them all into a shooter, like a little empty pill bottle, and I wash them all down with Red Bull every day. So uh, there's that. So that's what it's like to go through cancer with chemo. And radiation when you're me. That's what it means to stand up and say, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck you. I'm getting through this. That's the kind of attitude you got to have in your life. Every time something happens, you just go, you know what? I wish it could be worse. And speaking of things that get worse, if you're sitting at your desk and hating your job, and you know you wish that there was something you could do to make your job more enjoyable, or at least make you in better shape, go scuff yourself.